Question 9. Which atom has the smallest number of neutrons? So we look at the periodic table, should be a 1 here. Periodic table should be a 2 there. Should also be a 2 here. If you look at lithium, it should be a 3 there. So to find out, no. Yeah, it should be 3 there, so 4 minus 3. So find the number of neutrons, top number minus bottom number, so there's 2 in this case, there's 2 in this case, there's 3 neutrons in this case, whereas in this case it's 4 minus 3, so there's only 1 neutron, so the answer is D. Question 10. Which species contains bonds that have different polarities? NH4 plus does not. That's ammonium ion is not. CCl4 is completely symmetrical. H3O plus ion, no. CH3Cl, definitely. You've got carbon and the Cl. Question 11. Which compound has hydrogen bonding? This question, a lot of the time it's which compound has the highest boiling point and melting point. You have to determine which one has hydrogen bonding. In this case, it's literally telling you which compound has hydrogen bonding. So NaH, remember, with hydrogen bonded to an NOF atom. Electron deficient H atom bonded to one of these 3. In this case, no. In this case, it could be this. C, NOF, H is bonded to I, no. D, SiH4, no. So the answer is B, it must be B. Question 12. Which reaction at enthalpy change equal to standard enthalpy of formation lithium fluoride? Can't be the ions, so you can cross the ions out. Has to be its standard elements, no ions, and lithium is not its gaseous state. If you look at the periodic table, it's quite clearly a metal, so it's going to be D, solid. Question 13. NO2 minus ions can be reduced in acidic solution to NO. How many electrons are gained when each NO2 minus ion is reduced? So NO2 minus ion will go in reduced to NO. How many electrons are gained when it's reduced? Minus oxidation state of oxygen is -4. Oxidation state of nitrogen is +3. So nitrogen +3. We go from +3 to +2. Well, oxygen is -2. And yeah, so the answer is going to be B. The answer is going to be A. And it makes sense. We go from -1 charge to overcharge of 0. So we go from -1 to 0. So we're adding an electron. So that's probably the simplest way to look at it, maybe. Question 14. Which electron configuration of atom with only 2 unpaired electrons? 2 unpaired electrons. So if you look at this, in this case the p orbitals, for A, B and C, 2 unpaired electrons should look something like this. So it's not going to be 2p3 because with 2p3 is only 1 unpaired electron. No, it's actually going to be 3 unpaired electrons. Could be. 2p4, well, one of them has to bond together and then therefore you will get 2 unpaired electrons. 3p5, well, 1, 2, 3, well, 1 will bond and therefore you get only 1 unpaired electron. And 3d5, well, the answer is B anyway, 14b. Question 15. Which represents the correct order of increasing radius of the ions? Negative, this key fact, negative ions have larger ionic radiuses than positive ions. So it can't be A because A is saying we're going it should be the positive ions first, increasing radius. Yeah. Same with B. The answer is C because it's showing you this is the smallest side, the second smallest, so third biggest, and then this is biggest, I guess. That's the increasing radius because negative ions have larger ionic radius, so it must be O2 minus F minus at the end. O2 minus at the end and then F minus just before it, and then positive ions have small ionic radiuses, then negative ions, therefore Be2 plus is going to be in the beginning. It's more positive than Li plus. Negative ions have larger ionic radiuses than positive ions. Question 16. Which compound contains a coordinate bond? Atom contributes shared pair of electron in the covalent bond. HF. No, can't be that. NH3. A coordinate bond. Well, ammonia will have a lone pair of electrons. NH3. But it doesn't contain the coordinate bond. It can definitely make one. It's not containing it. CH, Cl3, CH, Cl, Cl, Cl. No. NH4Cl. Yes, definitely. Which property increases down group 7? Down group 7. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, acetine, tennessine. The boiling point is electronegativity first ionization energy. Well, it's definitely not going to be the first ionization energy. First ionization energy decreases down the group. Electronegativity, ability to oxidize a given reducing agent. No, the answer is going to be boiling points. Now, the number of electrons increases, stronger intermolecular forces, etc., etc. Which of these elements have the highest melting point? Now, usually when I say this, I say look for hydrogen bonds. However, there's one structure that you should just know in this case. Well, argon, that's simple molecular. Chlorine, Cl2. Argon, Ar. Silicon, S8. So you think the silicon has most number of electrons, so it can be the strongest. Intermolecular forces, highest melting point, but sulfur, not. So it is going to be silicon. Silicon, no shoot, sulfur is S8. Yeah, I got confused between sulfur and silicon. Silicon forms silicon dioxide, macromolecular structure, etc. etc. So the answer is C, silicon. Whereas argon, chlorine, and sulfur, they all have weak van der Waals forces between them. Which statement is not always correct for reaction equilibrium? The concentration of reactants and products are equal. Equilibrium can be achieved starting from reactants. Equilibrium can be achieved starting from products. The rate of the forward reaction is equal to the rate of the reverse reaction. That is true. Equilibrium can be achieved starting from reactants, products. Yeah, that's both true. Concentration of products and reactants are equal, and reactants and products are equal. That's false. Question 20. What is enthalpy change for this reaction? Okay. This is to form this, and this is from Fe. Obviously that's going to be 0 because it's just a single element, O2. It's going to be, we also have 2 FeO, so 2 to the power minus 272. It's going to be minus 822 minus 544 minus 278. Products minus reactants minus 822. That's to form Fe2O3 minus the reactants, but this is the case we've got 2 Fe, so we need to times that by 2, which is minus 544, and that will give you minus 278. And oxygen by itself is obviously going to have enthalpy change of 0. Which compound contains chlorine? Which compound contains chlorine in an oxidation state of +1? look here, oxygen, chlorine, -2, therefore this Cl2 must be equal to +2, therefore chlorine is equal to +1. So the answer is Cl2O. Question 12, which equation shows a redox reaction that does not occur? Bromine plus 2Ki from iodine plus 2KBr. Look at it. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, acetes. So bromine and potassium iodide, chlorine and potassium iodide, chlorine and potassium bromide, iodine and potassium bromide. Well, how is iodine going to displace bromine? Iodine is further down the group, so therefore can't be D. That cannot occur. Because the rest of them, bromine is higher up in the group than iodine. Same with B and C, but D, iodine is lower down the group than bromine, so it cannot have a redox reaction with it. Which molecule has permanent dipole? CF4 or CF4? Carbon can only have 4 bonds, and it's completely symmetrical, so dipoles cancel out. Can't be A. PCl5, phosphorus is in group 5, bonded to 5 Cls, can't have any extra bonds. It's completely symmetrical. CO2, so it's either between C and D. CO2, bond angle 180 degrees. That's linear, completely symmetrical. Therefore the answer is D, Cl2O, and that has a permanent dipole. That's the end of the multiple choice questions.